so excited about the possibilities of our newfound power.
I'm scared.
Me too.
Even as like a conceptual designer.
As you guys are coming towards the destination, you see in the distance, the road is a little crowded. There's like more like, know that you're reaching like, you're getting close to the nearest town, which is called Reckerton, Recker, if you're confused, Reckerton, and as you get kind of closer to that urban center, the road's getting kind of crowded. There's more people coming in from like smaller roads, and honestly, like it's way more people than you'd expect to be traveling to a small town.
Oh,
well, that's
with
kind
them-
of bizarre.
you know what? Actually, Chang, a great unforeseen benefit of them being so far up is that now we just look like a little caravan.
Mm-hmm.
We look good now.
You do.
And here's the thing.
We don't have floating bitch boy.
I'm fine.
Here's the
You
thing.
do above you, the shadow. We always stay right above you.
It's like, you know those like big like inflatable like signs like car dealerships have?
Like the big gorillas.
Yeah, it's like one of those.
And William, here's the thing. You also have really
I
good.
love that band.
William, you also have really good lead boots now, so you can like
I
walk
do.
normally.
They are fashionable.
I know, Maddie, that was dumb though.
I know. Well,
and-
anyway.
Nick, also, here's another thing. I don't like carry anything explicitly magical on me except for like, I guess my eyes.
And I have the axe hidden in the cart.
I actually keep
So,
my
like, we
fever
don't-
staff tucked away,
no.
but I am floating.
With
So
William gone, we don't look magical
with
anymore.
Jared gone,
Wait, with
excuse
Jared
me, I
gone.
have a name.
With Jared gone, we don't look magical anymore.
Yeah. You just kind of look like a powerful lesbian mercenary.
You do.
And a Victorian tuberculitic waif.
You look like you're in
As we
lesbians
do in
together.
real
What a
life.
good
Yeah. Pretty much
Wait.
the
Wait.
WAIF.
You know, think
Yep.
like
Yep. Okay.
yeah.
Thin, who's thin and looks unhealthy or uncared for. Yep. That's me, alright.
Are you uncared for, Norman? Have we
Well,
not been giving you enough love?
Evidently not, because you just shot up into the sky.
So long.
If we could take her with us, we would.
It's okay, they're just going to buy milk. They'll be back.
You just stepped out to buy a pack of cigarettes.
Alright.
No, you guys are able to see from this distance that there's a bunch
I-
of people
also-
congregating in the road in front of you.
Okay. What do you guys get with your perception checks?
That's what we were just talking about.
Okay.
The city,
Continue.
being able to see the city. Jared, there is a city approaching. Should we lower?
We should. I feel they might want a heads up as to the crowd.
Alright.
Also, I don't want the crowd to like see me.
Lower
guys,
the
I'm
docking
the bigger
altitude.
target.
Guys, what is the
To be
cover?
fair, no one's gonna far up. I think you'd be like, what the fuck? Like you guys just raise up like it's like a dot in the distance.
Is that a bird? Is that a plane?
No, it's two jackasses.
No, it's these bastards.
Alright, beginning descent.
Okay, Maddie. Maddie.
Lowering it 15 feet down.
Faster.
Like,
Faster?
Maddie,
50
what,
feet.
what is the cover of the wagon made out of?
Canvas.
Canvas, yeah.
Canvas. What's canvas made out of?
Canvas.
Canvas.
Freaking heck! I'm gonna Google it.
How do you not know
Like-
what canvas
It's just
is?
like wool stuff.
No, it's like a
Cotton.
tough,
Fiber.
fibrous, natural thread.
Hmm. So, what tools would that be? If I'm going to manipulate it.
Painters.
Depends on what you're doing it for.
No, I plan on like making like a flap for them to park in, like a garage door.
There's already a flap that can be rolled up as like a shopping window that we can go into.
No, I'm trying to like
Just
make one that's
takes
more efficient for you guys.
maneuvering.
Yeah. I mean, there's absolutely no point for me doing this.
Alright, after 30 minutes, after 30 solid minutes of you attempting to maneuver into the little area, you guys finally get into the wagon.
Couldn't we just have Norman like go out and pull us in once
Yeah.
we were at docking
Alright, sure.
altitude?
Yeah, because Norman's a strong gal, and like these guys don't weigh anything.
Yeah.
Do-
Well, I guess we
docking
wait for
altitude
Penelope's
reached.
Okay. What weapons do you have visible?
My bow is stored. Like I just have it in my lap, on a crumb, and my war pick and war axe are on either side of my hip.
Okay.
I have my fever staff in my bag of holding, which is in easy reach, but I don't have it visible because that looks kind of sketch.
Yeah, it kind of does.
I have my magic wand and explicitly magical looking robes and explicitly I'm just kidding.
And your big I Heart Magic shirt
A
on.
big neon sign that says "This bitch is magic."
Hey guys, do you think it would be weaver's tools or leather workers' tools?
Weavers.
Weavers.
Okay, got it.
I guess it depends on what you're using it for, but
I'm making flaps.
Oh yeah.
Probably. Well, I mean, depends on how like intricate you want to make these flaps. Because I feel like you might want like carpenter's tools. If
Yeah,
you're gonna
to make
like
the
a whole
flaps, I think
mechanism.
you'd make like with carpenter's tools a mechanism that you could
like a
hinge.
pulley system.
Honestly, I don't give a shit. You've made the flaps. You think I'm gonna make you roll a check to cut flaps in a wagon? It's a flap. It's already done.
You know, we didn't make a fancy like a garage door with a pulley system
No.
and everything.
You've made a successful flap.
See, I can help with that. I can do that mentally. Let's do that. Let's do that, boys. I'm Helga. She's intuitive.
As you guys are trundling down the road, you see for the first time another person on your long journey down.
What?
Okay, you don't. Never mind. No, you see what appear to be just like a couple common folk chatting to one another as they walk down the road. They both have like they look related. They both have like this kind of dark tan skin, curly black hair, and they're just kind of like chatting. They're dressed in pretty simple clothing as they're just kind of making their way down. They both seem excited from a distance.
As we
Helen
draw,
well met,
The
travelers.
same thing, yeah.
as we draw closer, I say, "Hail and well met, travelers."
Oh, hi.
Hi.
There's you can see a man and a woman. I was gonna say boy and a girl, but they both look like probably early 20s, late teens at youngest. And now that you're closer, you can see the resemblance. You think they're twins, probably. And the girl turns to you, and she's like, "Oh, hi. Haven't really seen anyone coming this way.
How do you
doing?"
do?
And she kind of looks like
You're
startled.
not here. Get out of here.
We can hear outside
Yeah.
the cart.
Oh,
We're
you
in
guys
the
are back
cart.
in the
Yeah,
cart.
they are,
Okay.
they're back. They've successfully docked and parked.
Mm-hmm. And
I thought you
The
guys were on
eagle
patrol,
has
I'm
landed.
sorry.
I repeat, the eagle has landed. Oh my god.
Oh no! Wait, okay, we have to make code names for
Call
air team and
signs,
ground
yeah.
team. Okay, so we have the
Yes.
eagle. Chang, what's ground name?
Mm.
The bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bear,
There
yeah.
we go.
why is Chang's name the bear?
No.
No.
Ground team is the bear.
Oh, okay,
Air
okay,
team
okay.
is the eagle.
No, that's the bear, and that's dying of mysterious plot
That's the bear. That's the twink.
Wait, Norman's a twink?
No, you're a bear.
Where
Didn't you see?
Norman immediately sprouts a beard.
I'm sorry. I need to look for more gay lore names.
Lore?
I'm not too fixed in the gay lore.
There's only like 2.
Yeah, so the girl turns to you and she's just like, she kind of seems like surprised that you guys almost snuck up on her. But, yeah, it seems like she and her, you assume twin, or I guess brother, were pretty deep in conversation. So she's like, oh my god, I didn't even see you there. I'm sorry.
It is.
It's okay. It's
Okay.
okay.
How are you approaching?
You
From
know,
above.
the roll up part of our carriage. I want to roll it up and like poke my head and go, hello.
I'm gonna like, howdy. You know, I'm like holding on to the seat at this point.
Okay.
Oh, well, just put your boots
Oh
on.
yeah, I'm just gonna like put my boots on as I'm talking.
And so she and now the guy like turned to face you, and they both seem kind of like surprised to see y'all, because you are kind of a weird bunch. But
Yeah.
Jared,
Hidden
of
away.
course, has his glasses on.
they seem friendly enough, and they're just like, "Hi, what? You also going to see it?"
What are we going to see?
See what?
See what?
And the two kind of glance at each other, and the guy kind of like looks at you, almost like, what's the word, incredulously, and he's like, "What business do you all have in Reckerton?"
Reckerton.
Seeing the thing.
Reckerton.
I don't know.
That's the town you're going towards.
Is that the same town that has Adibio Mines.
Adibio Mines. It's not in the town, but yeah. That's
Well, we're just
We're
passing through.
We're passing through.
Yes.
We're trying to go to mines beyond
No,
this
no.
place.
Can I minor illusion something loud happening in the back of
No,
the pit?
you can't do that. I'm afraid you cannot retroactively do that.
Well,
Yo.
I mean, I can't make loud. I don't know.
Great job. You pulled a Jared.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a regular Stillwater on the party.
Yeah.
You write that down as your last name. You
No,
put
my
that
last
on
my
there.
last name's Man.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
normal man.
Okay, I thought that was both your first name. Okay.
I'm Normal Man Norman
Big
for
man.
short.
So,
Speak.
my father, he works in the Adibio Mines.
Your father, says the girl.
Yes.
She kind of glances back at her brother, and they both just like kind of look at each other, just like incredulous for a second, and that kind of
That's my place.
just like kind of both start like chuckling nervously. Like
What?
you haven't heard?
What happened at the Adibio Mines?
That was perfect RP,
Yeah.
but like yeah, it's like I can't. Jeez, if I knew, I would tell you, but. And she kind of like leans in conspiratorially and like gestures you all in, and she's like,
Helga, get in on this.
really, they say that overnight, the whole place just sounds wild. It just became encrusted with diamond.
That doesn't
Gonna
make
go make your
any
fortune, huh?
sense.
No, well, I'm sure you'll see when we get to the town. We just came to kind of look at it. It's not a. Well, you'll see. And
How long ago was this?
a week or two probably.
Oh.
And roll perception.
Okay. I'm gonna
Can we
also.
use passive?
If you no.
Wait, do you have observant?
Well, actually,
No. I already rolled. 14.
So
15.
okay, so 17 plus 7 equals
Yeah,
24.
you got it. Okay, so you notice through this whole conversation, her brother has seemed like engaged enough, and he's also like leaning and like talking, and, like, but his eyes are just staring off blankly in the middle distance. He does not seem to be like visually engaged with any of you.
So it's like 1,000-yard
Doppelgangers.
stare kind of thing? Or
That's
is he just
what I was
like...
thinking, yes.
No, just like yeah, like eyes don't like I guess you wouldn't notice someone's pupil dilating, but they're like obviously like just like not moving, just kind of fixed.
Are you doing alright, sir?
What? Yes.
You
Yes.
seem-
Well,
you
and
seem
like
kind of out of it.
and kind of turns to his sister, and they just kind of like shrug.
Okay.
Inside
So
check.
Yeah, sure.
I was just about to do read moods.
Ooh, that'd be a good
Me to
type.
root.
Aw,
Mind boy.
darn it.
Okay.
Alright, get in here, mind boy.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend 2 side points to read moods.
What is like just the same thing you did earlier?
Yeah, except on the 2 people that we just met, and then like for
Well, I figured the two people.
okay, and then like for why not Jamjar, Krevin, Crumb, Helga, and who's Jared or Penelope?
I don't
I'm gonna say
So
I'm
you
gonna
only get 6, right?
yeah, I only get 6.
So 2 people you just met.
Okay, then Helga.
Helga, what are you thinking? What are you feeling?
Oh no, I am worried.
Residual
is my-
terror.
Is my primary emotion.
Jamjar has found a plant on the side of the road, and he is sniffing it. He's overjoyed. Kraven's just kind of. If you could translate to a human emotion, it would be something along the lines of an old sea captain thinking, "Oh, these tired old bones." And who was the last person of your party?
Oh yeah, Crumb.
Crumb is walked over to where Jamjar is sniffing that great plant, and they're just kind of looking at it together.
Like, yeah, you getting that plant, boyo?
Mhm.
Yeah. Live your life.
More importantly, the 2 people you just met, the girl seems excited.
Mhm.
Like, you can tell she's like, You can't get much detail, but if you had to guess, it's like this is something new, something that doesn't really happen often. Like doesn't really get like out and like to another town often, and this seems like a big thing. Brother did the same stuff. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to switch my discipline to Aura Sight, which gives me
Okay.
advantage on all insight checks. I'm going to insight check that brother.
Yeah, sure.
Whoa.
So that's either a 5 or a 17.
Her brother, like, just insight checking him, or
Insight checking.
Yeah. no? He seems like a normal guy, except his eyes just like
Doctor check.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Medicine check, baby.
Okay. So.
Yeah, he's just like kind of like staring into the middle distance.
Fine.
Okay. I'm gonna go telepathy everything and be like.
Telepathize.
Telepathize everything and be like, okay, they're both really excited, but I don't know what's wrong with the brother.
Okay, so you rolled 14 plus anything?
No, that's what I got. I rolled a
Okay.
9.
Alright, I imagine you'd want to roll a medicine check too.
Sure, I'll roll medicine.
Hell,
check.
everyone can if you want.
I will not. I
I
refuse.
17.
On principle.
You can just roll a straight up intelligence check then.
I don't know about that one, Chief. Because that's a 13 minus 1.
Yeah, no. Okay,
Okay.
what did you guys say you got?
17.
I
So,
could also make a medicine check.
yeah, Will, you're not really sure what's going on here, but.
I'm sorry, who's Will?
Sorry, Jared. Penelope, you realize, like, it's just a second where you're, like, kind of confused and thrown off by this, and then it clicks. As the two are walking along, the guy is kind of holding onto his sister's arm, and you can tell he's kind of, like, almost, no, that's not the word. Seems to be stepping very carefully. He has glass eyes.
Oh.
That's exactly
Neat.
something a doppelganger would say.
Could be.
All right.
Good thing
let's
I
kill
didn't waste
them both.
5 side points to
We're-
see if he's invisible.
We're telepathized, right?
Yeah, we were
All
telepathized.
right, I'm going to say he has glass eyes. That is why he is staring. I don't say that
Oh.
out loud, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have a group chat going on, so everyone else heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Helga, do you willingly participate in the telepathy?
I think this is definitely a thing that I've gotten used to.
Okay.
It's kind of
yeah.
like how, like, I guess potions, like, are more common than, like, straight up magic. So, like, I'm used to a potion.
This is just like the brains are touching now. It's
And-
fine.
And here's
That
another
made it
thing.
instantly worse.
And here's another
Helga's
thing.
out.
Helga's
And
out.
here's another thing. It's not like Helga can stop me.
Oh no.
That's fair. I literally can't stop.
Mhm.
So, like,
Yeah.
it's bad.
Yeah, we just kind of probe into your
See, no,
mind.
it's
whether you like
see, no,
it or
not even like an inch thin layer of lead could stop me. Just as long as like I can see you.
I got a metal plate implanted in my brain.
That doesn't
It's
stop
made
me.
out of lead.
That
Mhm.
doesn't stop
I
me.
am poisoned.
Yeah. So,
Oh god, Jared's gonna die of lead poisoning.
finally.
Please.
That's how he was meant to go. That was my character arc for him.
I'm ready.
Wait a minute. So, first of all, out of game here. So,
If Jared dies, does he
Sis-
still float?
Yeah.
sister is bringing brother to place that has spectacular view visually of diamond encrusted area.
He can't like.
Nah, bro, he's swapping out the glass eyes for the diamond eyes. This kid's
He's
getting
just
a new
gonna
Gucci
borrow his
look.
sister's
Okay,
eyes.
and-
You'll all
and-
fucking
and-
grace
And-
him.
guys,
Louis
guys.
Vuitton eyes.
I can also
Nice.
telepathize the image to him.
Ooh.
You can, but don't.
See, that might get
Do
us in
not.
some trouble.
He lost his sight for a reason, Chen. Do not give it
I mean, he
back.
probably did.
But you know, look, here's another thing. There's no way to cite it back to me. There's no way to like. There's no way to know it's me.
Wait a minute.
He goes all fucking gray sisters.
You keep going. Here we go. Just.
Oh no.
Okay.
Messages are being sent.
Yeah.
Okay, not great, but alright.
Oh wait.
Yeah, so. Yeah, the girl kind of like looks at you. She's like, sorry, I don't think I caught your name.
Penelope.
Penelope. And she kind of like reaches out and like shakes your hand with her 2 fingers. Yeah.
I'm Helga.
Mhm.
You might know me from the fights down in Humboldt.
And she kind of looks like, you guys are from Humboldt?
I am.
Well, I'm from around there too.
Oh yeah, I've been in the library for 3 months.
Not all at the
Yeah,
same
we've never
time.
been.
It's very nice, very
Besides the
picturesque.
library, it's a decent town.
But isn't that your favorite spot to beat up some nerds?
I will neither confirm or deny these accusations.
Mm-hmm.
But Goncha's
Shove him in
Bakery,
the locker.
it's okay.
Wait.
The grain silo next to Old Man Grunk's house.
Yeah, it'll haunt me till I die, huh?
That's always
Got your manager, John.
Jong isn't really a sight to see in Humboldt.
Oh, by the way, Helga, I'm not too sure about this, but is Jong his actual name? Like his
Yeah.
mother just sat down with him as a child?
She was
and
on a
went
lot
like,
of epidurals.
I'm gonna name this child Jong.
Hey, wait.
Yes.
She was on
So,
a lot of fantasy
Maddie.
epidurals. Leave her alone.
Magic is not widely
It's just
accepted
runes, bro.
in rural communities, but potions are, right?
Not necessarily.
So
Like,
they're still kind of iffy
depends
ground.
on the potion. Think of it this way.
If it's potion to set you
It's
on
like
fire,
it's
Hey,
like
yeah,
booze
anti-vaxxers.
versus crack.
Yeah, kind of.
Mm.
Like if you got like a healing potion, it's like a low level one. Like let's say this is like a potion that'll cure a cold. It's I imagine fairly easy to brew as potions go.
What if it's like a painkiller
And-
potion? Like you broke an arm and
Listen,
you drink it and
hear
it
me
numbs
out.
it.
Or like yeah, sure. Let's say a minor painkiller, like something that would quell a migraine. Yeah, then it's like sure, because then it's like it's almost the gap between magic and herbalism.
Mm.
When you have something that's like you drink this now you can shoot crows out of your hands. It's like
That's my next form.
Yes.
yeah, that's a different story entirely. So you can't really say potions are accepted in a general sense, but like certainly like herbalism is not really frowned upon. Yeah, so so the girl shakes each of your hands in turn. He's like, my name's Balara, and this is my brother Sam. And he kind of just like smiles and nods at y'all. And he's like, so I imagine you're gonna see the mines then, at least knowing what you know.
Mm.
Did you see your
Yes,
father
sir.
work there?
Yes.
What's his name?
Nebin.
Devin.
Wildheart.
Roll me deception.
That's my actual father.
But he don't work in the
That's
mines.
fair.
Maybe metaphorically speaking.
I mean, he did sell his soul to the company store, but
St. Peter, don't you come, 'cause I can't go. Oh my soul.
Should I re-roll that? Should I re-roll that?
Okay, wait, what are you rolling for?
right fist
Deception.
of iron, left fist of steel. All right.
Mhm.
What are you lying about?
My father worked. Nah, I won't re-roll it. 14.
Well, yeah, you can re-roll with your
Oh,
wild
yeah, hold
magic
up.
thing.
Even for like deception.
Yeah, so, the girl seems kind of like suspicious, but doesn't say anything.
Wise.
Yes.
Correct.
We are not yet in town.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I just realized we have the perfect fucking alibi. We commit murder and then just whoop.
I don't think that's
say-
an alibi.
I would-
No,
yeah,
we have a
yeah.
perfect escape
I
route.
wouldn't say that's an alibi. Yeah.
So long, and we just like disintegrate, go all like Icarus.
And then
know.
you land in the next town over where where like a horse has already ridden in, posting pictures of flying ass hats.
Flying dipshits wanted.
And seeing as you two are the only flying turds in at least a fairly long while, I think they got you.
That's fine.
We live in the skies now, where the ground is hostile.
We do. You don't.
Alright. So,
Bear team is wicked.
I edited the above message. Sorry.
Never good signs.
Yes?
So yes, what's going on, Maddie?
no, I was just asking what you're saying.
No,
I thought you were gonna
we're-
start sentence.
no.
Alright. So, the girl, Balara, she's like, don't suppose we could travel with you guys? It's been, and she kind of laughs, she's like, it's been a long journey, and if we could just sit in your cart for a while, it'd be appreciated.
Sure, come along. Would you
Alright.
like a little bit of food? We don't have much, but we can offer. I can make some tea if you would like.
We have some provisions, but tea would be wonderful. Thank you.
All right. Before
And,
they get into the cart, I'd like to pull out my teapot, pour some water, and then boil it.
Okay, sure. You're like, hold up. You just sprint off, leap into the cart, like,
Well, I'm
close
in-
it for a
I'm
second,
in the
boil some
cart.
water, and you open it.
I
so
never
it's
took it out. Or I
Alright.
never went out of the cart, I guess.
cool. Alright. Yeah, so they clamber up into the back of your cart, and you're now all trundling along.
Sweet. I'm still on Crumb giving us direction.
Yeah, so as you get closer and closer to the city, no, more of a town than a city. A lot of the little small towns out this way are just kind of well, this is specifically a mining town, so it's mostly just worker people. But yeah, you're beginning to be able to hear like kind of the bustle and thrum of civilization and people talking through the trees. You round another corner, and there's a large encampment that has been set up.
Neat.
Who does this encampment appear to be for?
People of all sorts. It's mostly humans, as the general kind of population. But yeah. Oh Christ, I don't want to know. But
I can see part of their conversation.
Awful.
It's happening.
There's a couple of these kind of tall tents, and as you guys watch, a taller than you, female orc.
How dare she? First of all, how? Second of all,
Platform
why?
shoes.
Third of all, I grab my axe I grab my warhammer and warpick.
Time for a little bit
It's
of
fight
impromptu
time.
amputation. I don't say that in
Is
character.
No, it's
Alright.
not.
Right, okay. Yeah, so it's
I
like,
nod at her with respect.
yeah.
So Chang, we committing to this?
Well,
Oh God!
I don't know. It's going to be
Christ
hard to pull
alive.
off.
I think we can do it. I think we
Okay,
can
okay.
do it.
See,
I'm not involved with
Okay.
any of this.
I also
You're in the cart with
you know,
us.
I also have like more ideas to like
Just
give.
sitting here with my shitty mirrored glasses so
You think it's a
nobody
bad
can see
idea?
my eyes.
I just want Maddie to look at my face.
not good, huh?
It's a good one.
How long do you think it'll take to go into effect?
I have no idea.
So do you think we should do it? Do you think it's a decent idea?
I want to leave myself out of this.
Yeah, I'm not.
Alright,
I'm
I'm not like
I'm not in-
involved
I'm not
in the
in the cart.
repercussions of this.
I'm
this
not
is
in the
not gonna
card,
go
so
well.
I'm not gonna deal with it. That's all I'm saying. I'm merely tipping my proverbial hat to this orc with respect.
Yeah, okay. Yes, you kind of wave and nod at this orc woman.
And we said I waved, Maddie.
Okay, because she seems to like give you a little wave response.
Okay, I waved.
Yeah, there's people from all over. Just like some people that look like they could belong in the streets down the fairways of Humboldt. Some people that are wearing like kind of like exotic garb that you've never seen before. Some people that from the markings on their belongings and their clothing look like mountain folk from the Barren Jaw Range. There's even a couple dwarves, which is something you don't see around here often. You even see a couple of their halflings milling about in their tiny, adorable little tents.
Scurrying.
Your people.
Your people.
Welcome, you are home.
Yeah, just like what appears to be a family of halflings. It's actually very cute. They've got like a couple parents and then like a bunch of little kids running around excitedly. And yeah, it's just this big group of what appear to be tourists.
Cool.
To see the diamonds.
Are there?
and stuff?
Does it appear as though there are any military folk?
Not at the moment.
Does it appear that there were signs of military folk?
Not obviously.
Okay. I'm gonna bring us. Is there a place where most people like keep their carts and stuff?
There's like, it's kind of you've been car camping. Each person's kind of put all their stuff wherever they've kind of parked themselves.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just gonna like I'm gonna bring the cart, Krevin, Jam Jar. Just gonna
Crumb.
like put them near a spot, and I'm gonna still atop Crumb. Walk into town towards like the inn where I assume there'll be like a bulletin board.
Alright, so the town is still a short walk away from this encampment, which
Okay.
seems to have been kind of like placed up outside the town's gates, whether out of just like respect or not wanting to crowd the place, you're not sure.
Mhm.
But yeah, are you splitting off from the group or are you guys all taking out your short
I'm assuming they're busy in there.
Yeah,
I don't tend to go into the cart that much.
Norman and Penelope are sitting in the cart going,
Jared's just kind of like smiling
Jared's
a
a-
little
Jared-
uncomfortably.
Jared's in the group chat just listening
Closes
to
his
this.
eyes, takes off his glasses, polishes them.
Okay.
So, how long have y'all been on the road?
Now about a week. We set off from our town. Yeah, she like seems to be kind of like last Monday. So yeah, a week.
Oh man.
Which town is that?
Let's check.
Let me check my
Let me
notes.
check my notes.
It's nothing bad.
It's nothing bad. It's not as bad
Yeah,
as
it's-
jambalaya biscuit.
Okay, nothing is going to be as bad as that. I think we
Yeah,
peaked.
no.
Yeah, see, yeah,
We pulled
Appalachian,
our one bullshit.
Appalachian Mountains isn't as bad as jambalaya biscuit.
This fucking sucks.
Yeah. It's okay, this is our last bullshit plan for a while, I think.
For a while. There were multiple
Nicholas.
tabs open in my project section.
If this fucks up, I'm not responsible or involved.
We're from Lindbergh.
Oh, lovely town. I don't think I've ever been. Nice
Yeah,
there.
and you wouldn't have. It's we're just kind of a little farming village. We don't get out too much.
Uh-huh.
It's a living.
Yeah.
And as you guys kind of roll into this camp, Balara starts just kind of like explaining the scenery to her brother. Just kind of like, and she's like, oh yeah, and there's a little family, a halfling. It's kind of like just kind of saying what your surroundings are.
Mhm.
Sam kind of turns to where you guys are seated, and he's like, well, really appreciate the hospitality, but I feel like we've already kind of overstayed our welcome. If you want to drop us off here, but I'm sure we can find our way into town.
Before you go, I have a question to ask you. So, we may not look it, but we are a traveling apothecary.
Oh.
So we make various remedies and elixirs from natural ingredients. We do not dabble in arcane weirdness, but
Like, Jared takes off his lead boots and just.
No, you're keeping them lead boots
Oh,
on.
of course.
anyways, so would I be able to ask you something a little private?
Speak up for the audio.
Oh, yes. Okay. Well, I'm whispering to the girl, but so would I be able to ask you something a little private?
And she kind of glanced at her brother, and she's like, all right.
Regard.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is all whispering, by the way.
Mhm.
So, we have the ingredients and materials that we can make what I'm going to call a potion of temporary sight, where it enhances your smell and hearing, and because of how the brain works, it forms like images of your surroundings.
Pause.
Yes.
Can you do this?
Yes.
No.
Not well. Okay, not in the way you're thinking, but we have a way we can do it.
Yeah, no.
It's
We're
technically the thing that they're talking about can happen, but not.
we're snake
with
oil
the
salesmen.
All right.
Yeah, but this is just
Sure.
us RPing it so that they don't know we're using magical BS.
Um,
All right. So it enhances the smell, the hearing, and because of how the brain works, it creates fake images. But it is actually what your surroundings look like. But they're a little fuzzy. But I noticed that, it might be a welcome sight to be able to see what we are here for, or what you guys are here for.
So when you first say what you're planning, both Balara and Sam kind of look shocked.
Wait,
Like-
Sam is listening on, even though this is. a
Of course he is.
Yeah, of
He's
course he
close.
is.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
about him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And also was the kind of thing where I don't think the sister would be willing to
Do
talk to you
without
about
him,
it
yeah.
without the So they look at each other for a second, kind of surprised, and then they look caught nervous.
Hmm.
They look very wary, and Balara kind of looks at you, and looks back at Sam and looks at you and says, I need you to be completely honest with me. How exactly does this potion work? I know we're simple country folk, but as accurately as you can, how exactly does this work?
All right. So There is not much research necessarily.
Oh, actually, also roll deception. I forgot to ask you to do that.
What's your proficiency in deception?
Not good.
I could have had a +2 to
I
it.
have the
Okay,
highest
so-
charisma out of the entire group.
No,
I
I
know you
literally
do.
messaged you that I could have got proficiency in deception and persuasion.
Oh.
Yeah,
or
you
persuasion.
did
I can
say
have that.
Oh, I didn't read that. Oh, it's the no. where
Oh,
did
Helga, are you
oh,
on
never
Chrome?
mind.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're
Jared's
going.
just sitting
So
here
tides
I'm
of
100.
chaos
I am
that-
100% not part of this.
Mm-hmm.
Jared actually never introduced himself.
Okay.
No!
Oh, I should have done
8.
this.
8. Yeah, well, in that case, same result. Like, it was like,
She
tell me
does that.
exactly
Okay.
how this works.
All right, so it is not very researched, but in the here, wait, just a second.
I wonder if I can do telepathy and just send subliminal messages.
No.
In the wooded
No.
depths, there is a bush called the brown brambleheart. Now, the bark has a very interesting property that it like enhances the senses. It's not like a drug necessarily, because most of those are like hallucinogenic. This is actually like makes your vision sharper, makes your smell as good as a bloodhound, your hearing as sharp as a
Dog?
dog.
Ow.
Sure,
I don't-
why not?
Another dog. Another
Sorry,
bloodhound.
Yeah, a bloodhound. Yes, and so by extracting the oil that is in this bark, you can make basically a enhanced sensory perception, kind of. And then by mixing in a couple other ingredients, it makes your brain form sharper images. And research done into it actually showed that people without vision, or even when they close their eyes while they're under the potion's effect, they actually are still able to see what is around them, because their brain is able to still form a correct image from just sound and smell.
And
Yeah.
Sam looks at you. And I guess looks at you.
Yeah.
Penelope roll another deception check?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
I like to think Jared's in the background just
You can't
like
Tides of Chaos
nodding
this again.
along.
I
He
know,
doesn't
I
quite know
can't.
what they're playing at, but he's like,
You know what,
Alright.
Maddie, can I help with this roll or no?
How are you helping?
Do I get any advantage from my amazing explanation?
He goes.
Can I, like, pull
He
up-
goes. He goes. Yeah, boss.
Yeah, boss!
boss.
You tell him, boss!
13.
Yeah, boss, you tell. 13. Hold up.
That's a really high DC.
That's a
That did not land on a
That was a
number.
roll. That's a low roll.
Nor did that.
"Do you want to borrow the die box?"
We're doing well. So, Sam turns to you and he says, "You're telling me the way. If I were to take this, I would actually see it. Not like I get an image in my mind. Not like I like smell it well. Like this is like actual vision.
Yes, you'd actually be able to see it. The vision would be a little blurry, and it might. So, like, you know how when you have eyes and you move them, it kind of, moves
No,
with
like
you?
when you have eyes and you
No,
move
that
them.
sounded so
Oh
bad.
my god!
Alright, you know how when you move your eyes, it's like a sharp change
You know
in
when
your
you have those
focus.
functional eyeballs that aren't glass that
You
can
know when
move
you have
around.
like actual eyes that work.
And Sam.
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm still explaining it. So you know how it's like a sharp change in like your vision, so it's less responsive necessarily, but you can still kind of look around and you'd actually be
But I-
seeing what is in front of you. Yes, the effect is very short term, maybe a couple minutes.
Yes. And the two look at each other, and they don't seem excited. They seem shaken. And
Read moods, read moods.
Okay. Read moods.
you're reading moods.
Yep,
Alright.
I'm reading moods again.
While he's doing
On those two.
Okay, just those two. So
Just
I don't
those
have
two.
to talk about what the animals are feeling.
Coward!
Helga is feeling from far away. Dang, glad I ditched those leaves.
I can't believe you haven't been picking your bird.
General
Come
happiness.
Oh, I should pick your bird. Oh, I forgot about your bird.
on. We all forgot about your bird. It's
Helga
fine.
probably is your bird with her though. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't leave your animal buddies behind. So you from Bolara, the sister, you feel something along the lines of wariness. Like you can tell that she's like, she definitely considered it. Like kind of hopeful, but wary. From Sam, you're just getting like
Skepticism?
terror.
Oh, terror.
Ooh.
I am also afraid of seeing, especially seeing you, Maddie.
Thank you, it means a lot.
Do
Yeah.
you transmit this to me?
Just
Yes,
like strong
definitely.
vibes of dread. And he kind of turns back to you and he's shaking his head and he's like, "Listen, you seem like wonderful folks, and I really appreciate everything you're offering me, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to turn you down.
All right.
And he
That doesn't
kind
help.
of reaches out a hand towards you as though to shake it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you shake his hand?
Well, you've eaten nuts, but.
Oh yes, I forgot. I cannot shake.
Here,
your
I'll
hand.
shake.
I do. Yes.
There you
okay.
Yeah, and he's like,
Oh, you fool!
You're
He's
falling right into my trap, and he like snaps your hand off.
He's like, listen, you're all wonderful people, and I appreciate what you're offering me, but you have to understand that I cannot take this. We've overstayed our welcome. I think we're going to
All right.
go. And Balara looks a little hesitant, like she's not really sure about rushing out like this, but she's like, thank you all for
Yes.
everything.
I'm sorry
Thank you
for-
for the ride. And the two of them just kind of dart out pretty quickly.
Okay, I'm gonna make an Arcana check real quick to see if there's anything bad if he sees things.
How? Okay? Like, what?
Enchantments.
If there's like any enchantments on him.
I'm
and stuff.
getting the kind.
Tell me specifically what you are trying to
I
detect.
feel
I'm getting
like,
the kind of
if there's
vibe that
any,
he-
like-
no pact.
if there's any like curse or enchantment that like something happens if he manages to see something.
What did you roll?
I rolled an 18.
Nothing seems directly wrong with him.
Okay, so I don't see anything magical about it.
Besides the lack of vision.
Yeah, I'm getting
Yeah.
the vibe kind of that he like did this to himself.
Yeah, like something.
Like this is
bad
his.
Was,
yeah, like
he's able
maybe
to
he saw
see
something
stuff.
fucked up and was just like.
Hell yeah. Are you going towards town?
Yes.
Alright. And so you walk through, and there's this big, like, town gate. And just to kind of set up the area that you guys are in right now, it's this, like, sparse forest. Like, the ground is mostly carpeted in, like, green grass and soft dirt, but all the trees are, like, aspens, they're thin and reedy, and they're, like, spaced out pretty well.
Yeah.
So you got, like, a decent sunny view, and there's this like old wooden arch over the main entrance to town, and it says Reckerton, and there's hanging off of it, there's like
Hundreds of silver crabs.
nah, there's like various little metal doodads, like what looks like defunct mining equipment, just like little bits and like drill bits.
Yeah.
Little like coins with holes punctured through the middle, just stuff like that. That kind of like jingle together and sway in the breeze as you walk
Yes.
underneath. You know, probably low enough for you to kind of brush them with your fingers. But
I brush them with my fingers. Excellent.
and
How does Crumb feel about this?
Wait, are you taking Crown with
chill.
you?
Oh yeah, she's riding Crumb.
Oh, okay. So
And so-
Krevin's left behind with the wagon.
As you're there, this kind of a unshaven, haggard-looking, you'd guess probably mid-30s man, with like a sparse beard. It's kind of rushed up and he's like, wait, sorry, you can't just walk in. It's do you have the fee?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't.
Inside check.
You're here for the mines, aren't you?
No, actually, we're just passing. It's just me. I'm just on tour, kind of, seeing what the world is like.
I roll deception.
Okay.
Helga believes that wholeheartedly, though.
Probably just here for a good time.
no idea what she's doing.
She's here for the nightlife scene in Reckerton. The tiny mining
I
town.
heard-
So
I-
Helga would get advantage
She's
on
ready
this
to
roll,
get
let
lit.
alone roll it.
I heard the red light district here.
Oh,
Pop in.
Christ. You have rustic hospitality. I'm gonna say roll twice, just based on the nature of your life.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's advantage.
That's not
He has not heard of you from the fights back in Humboldt.
Deception.
What do you got?
A 9.
And he's like, and he like kind of looks at you saying, and he just lets out a long breath, just kind of drags his hands over his face, and he's like, listen, I'm sure you're a nice gal, but we can't just let people in after what happened.
What happened?
And he kind of squints at you, and he's like, you haven't heard what happened to the mine?
I've heard nothing.
Deception.
Oh wait, yeah, no, I thought there was like an explosion or something.
Oh, no.
No, I know what he's talking about now. It's like,
Roll deception.
He's like,
okay, let's rewind sound. Okay. Oh, why not? like, is it dangerous? Is it like poisonous?
dangerous now. Well, straight up and down charisma.
Okay.
That one's kind of charm.
Ooh, much better. 17.
All right, yeah, I think 17 will do it.
What's your charisma bonus?
One.
Kind of like wrings his hands, and you get the impression that he's been stressed for a while, and he just might just kind of want to talk to someone. So he's like, "Listen, hey, Ronnie!" And he just kind of yells over towards a nearby building, and a similarly disheveled but younger-looking man kind of leans out of the building. He's like, "What?" And
Excellent.
the guy you're just talking to just like points towards the kind of post where he was just standing, and Ronnie just kind of looks exasperated, but walks over and takes his place. He's like, "Here, come with me. I'll buy you a drink. I'll tell you what happened."
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Meta, this is mostly based on the fact that you have rustic hospitality. I feel like it
Excellent.
should extend outside of just getting lodging.
Fantastic. I as a sign of respect, I get off of Crumb and just lead him by the reins.
Yeah.
Her by the reins.
Yeah. And so this guy's like, "Beautiful horse you got there. What's her name?"
Crumb.
Crumb. I like it. Keeping her humble, huh? Well,
She knows what she's about.
my name is Kichland.
Kitchlin.
My name is
Smithbridge.
Kitchen.
Kitchen.
Kichland.
Kitchen.
Smithbridge.
It's the country of kitchen. Is the kitchen.
And you?
Helga.
Kichland leads you back towards the building that Ronnie just popped out of. And he's like, "Come on in. It's a humble what's what we got." And you walk in, I assume. And, or
No.
You can hitch up Crumb outside first.
Yes,
and walk in.
I do that.
And it's a kind of a ramshackle little, less of a bar, more of a watering hole. You know.
Nice.
The place
Liking
where
it.
people drink and that.
Yeah, this isn't a nice town per se. It's a mining town. It's exists out of necessity, not out of want.
Question.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
When
it's
I
like,
walk in for the first time, does a floorboard creak?
Yeah,
Does everyone look at me
yeah.
as my silhouette?
Are you
Like,
still carrying both your weapons?
yeah, just at my sides.
Does that include the anti-magic?
No, that's in
Oh,
the
you sure?
carriage.
my
underneath-
brain's just like editing
Underneath
like
a bench,
shitty-
I assume we have.
Yeah.
My brain's just editing in like a shitty rust-colored chemical river that if you jump in, you have to get like tetanus shots.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to imagine this town, and my brain's just filling in Scranton.
That's
Never
right.
go to Scranton, Pennsylvania. There is nothing there for you.
I
What
would
if I want to jump in a red river that will give me tetanus as soon as I
Yo.
jump in?
Drink it.
But office, mate. We're office.
Really?
Yeah, Scranton, Pennsylvania. The Office.
Huh.
The hit show the hit town that they created so they
Sorry,
could
I've
film The
never
Office.
heard of The Office.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, you're not like the other girls.
I would never draw. Anyway, yeah, so you step in and there's a bow bow on some kind of echo twangy string instrument to the background.
Excellent.
And then a hawk calls
It's
in the
just-
distance and
that's
like
just
ba,
your
ba, ba,
bird.
ba, like a trumpet plays somewhere far off, like a mournful tune. And the light is all of a sudden very sepia tinted. And you kind of walk in through these flapping elephant ear doors, and suddenly the guy playing saloon piano stops, and all the dames look at you.
There's
No.
there's like in my vision there's like kind of like the screen crackle from like bad film.
Yeah. None of that happens. It's
Damn
less,
it! What's the point?
It's less of a fun western town and more of a kind of boring depression town.
This town sucks. We leaving.
And you just leave.
I just bounced.
But there is another guy dressed kind of the same as Robbie and Kichland were standing at the counter, and he's like, "Kix, what'll it be for you?" And he kind of like looks at you, and he's like, "And the lady," and Kichland kind of yells back, "The only thing we got, mug of
Milk."
cedar wine."
Oh my fucking
Oh God. That's a
The dull pineapple company
Helga.
of this world.
Helga maintains a stern look. Inside, she weeps.
Yeah.
She weeps for she knows that out of politeness she must drink
Mm-hmm.
the foul drink
So
of Satan
In your
himself.
own bar, you have cedar wine, right?
I have never drunk it before. I drank it once.
Never again.
So, I imagine you're just like going with him?
Yep.
Then you two sidle up to the meager counter and sit down on the creaky stools and put your arms up on the unfinished wood. And the bartender in front of you slams down two frothy butterscotch-colored mugs of cedar wine.
But how is the wood unfinished? Doesn't it grow on tree?
I'm gonna slap you so hard that your face will fly into the next continent.
Yeah.
Over the Pacific Ocean, what's that? Oh, people in Hawaii, people in Japan, they're all pointing up and asking, what's that in the burgers plane? No, it's a loose skin of William's face catapulting across the Pacific.
I feel like I missed an integral part of the conversation here.
Long story short, Will said bad thing. Maddie said, I'll slap your face off to another continent.
Okay.
Anyway.
Pretty standard stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, it slams two frothy, beautiful mugs of cedar wine down in front of you. Kickland takes a long sip, and pulls a face. He's like, oh, that's the strong stuff.
I take a little.
Oh, it's disgusting. It's so shitty. Oh, man. It's like drinking reused water.
Is it actually strong? Like, is it?
It's a strong, bad flavor.
Okay.
The alcohol content is so-so.
So it's like if you took like so now picture this. Picture what I'm like thinking cedar wines. Some frat guy was like, you know what? I really got a party, but all I have is this Mike's hard lemonade, except it's like apple or some shit, right? No, he just had some like apple cider, right? Like hard apple cider.
Yeah.
And he was just like, you pour some vodka in that.
Yeah.
Is that about?
It's like that, but instead of just tasting like nasty alcoholic strong, it actively tastes foul.
It's like leaving an apple out to like bake in the sun for like weeks until it ferments and taking a bite out of that.
No,
Wasps
it's
and
not
all.
like that. It's just foul.
Wasps and all, my friend.
Nope. It's just deeply wrong.
Okay. I take a sip. I wince.
Kicks on my slams the ear and I was like, Well,
Y'all city slickers can't handle your liquor.
can't handle your cedar. He kind of gestures around. He's like,
Cedar
I'm
is a
sure
very
you can
effective
tell.
wood varnish. Often used
yeah.
to sanitize things in a pinch.
It could strip the chrome off of lead boots.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so Kicksland kind of gestures to the downtrodden building around you and the dusty, kind of almost slapped together furniture and bar and the shelves lined with literally nothing but defunct bottles of cedar wine. And he's like, I'm sure you can tell we're not exactly the wealthiest community, nor the proudest folk. But, what happened in the mine is really gonna destroy things around here. And he takes another long sip of the cedar wine and looks like you might.
I take a small sip to be courteous and wince once again.
Oh yeah, he doesn't look like he enjoys it either. He's like, the thing about, alright, so generally mine opens at around 7 a.m. We all grab our pickaxes, grab our mining equipment, we head on down there, chisel away for the day. So, not a whole lot of light down there, except for what we bring, and a couple shafts that are bored from the bottom of the mine to the surface up top to get sunlight down in there. And also provide some air. But the first day, we thought it was a miracle. We traveled on down into the mines and almost immediately noticed something strange. It's almost like, you know, in the winter when a river, just the banks will freeze and it'll have that smooth, slick ice over it. It's almost like that, but it wasn't melting, it wasn't cold. And as we kept going, we realized that something had just grown here overnight, and none of us, we were silent, we were dead silent. Not one of us knew what to say, so we just kept going. hoping that we'd find the source. So we get to the first lat shaft down from the top, and it's sparkling like anything. It's like rainbows encased in glass. And that's when we realize we don't just have crystal in our hands. And we, without a word, just rush back to the surface. And we get the foreman of the mine, and he's the expert around here. The foreman's just kind of a semi-official title. He's less a head of operations and more a resident expert. And he comes down with us, and he stands in that shaft of light, and he looks around, and he just starts laughing. He just puts his hands over his mouth, and he starts laughing, and he turns to us, and he just starts hugging us, just one by one. He says, "We're rich. We're never going to have to work another day in our lives." And he tells us it's diamond. And we all start, shouting and hollering, and he turns back to his mug. Another long draught of cedar wine. He looks like he's about to vomit it back up for a second. He slams the mug back down on the table. He's like, that was the first day. For a day or two, none of us really could believe it. We didn't do anything to it. We thought that if even one of us went to hit it and it would shatter and crumble, then at first we
Apparently there's a thing called pot
I'm
miracle.
working, bud.
Yeah. Chang.
I'm weaving a tapestry right now.
Talking on this.
Sorry.
Yeah. He's like, first couple days we didn't do anything to it because we thought that if we broke it, then it was almost like some sort of unspoken agreement that the illusion would just go away and we'd be back to another dusty mine in town. But no, finally, we sent, we sent a couple men down, just try to start breaking it so we could start shipping it out and I'll get out of this place. And, not a dent. Spent all day hammering, and I know it's a diamond. I know it doesn't break easy, but it's supposed to shatter. It's supposed to fracture along certain lines. Even I know that, and nothing. Just hammering away. And that's when we realized every inch of the cave system down there, every inch of the mines, completely covered. We don't have anything anymore. We don't have the money or the infrastructure to bore another hole down. We can't do any. We can't even mine the stuff that's already there. It's completely covered. So, and he kind of looks stressed. He looks like he's been trying to puzzle out a way to fix this for a couple weeks now. Still doesn't come up with anything. And he finished off the long last draught of his cedar wine, even though it looks like it physically pains him. He sets it back down on the counter and he says, "So, we don't have anything anymore. We're relying on money from tourism to keep us afloat for now, but that can only last so long. We don't have anything. It's all sealed behind a layer of diamond."
You know what Helga has? That dope-ass axe that can fight mages and stuff.
How can that help with diamonds?
If it's a magical
If it's a
diamond,
magical
then maybe
substance,
magical
then it might be
sucking
able to break
axe
it.
can suck the magic.
Helga, what do you say?
Now, I'm just a country barbarian.
Also,
But snapping
none of
my
us are here.
I'm aware
Uh-huh.
of that.
straps on my suspenders.
Mm-hmm.
But do you happen to have now, believe me, I am one of the last people you would hear recommend this. But this is not some natural thing that happened.
Okay. I
Obviously.
mean, I don't think so.
Have you gotten any magic folk to look at it?
Magic's what got us into this mess. I don't think anyone's too enthusiastic about bringing it back. You know we can hear you, right? That doesn't do anything. Just text.
Just go to the next room.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck out.
I'm eager to know what y'all's next bizarre plan
Okay,
is.
I have a
this
different
isn't anything, I'm
conversation
just
between
like,
William
bro.
and Evan. So
Mm-hmm.
But Do you have any idea what could have caused this?
Yeah.
Besides the general concept of magic.
If I did, we would not be in this situation.
Well, I mean, if you're stumped and I'm stumped because I don't know what's going on, I just fight. That's my thing. I don't really have a lot to do with mines, okay? But there is somebody I'm sure out there who can like do something about this.
Cut back to us three. Now go.
Well, you know, sure, yeah. What are you three up to?